saying anything, like, I'm so happy that somehow your creativity found you in sales enablement and in the corporate world, because this is where you're needed, right? This is where that type of creativity, that type of openness, and that level of creative thinking, that's where it's needed. So you're here not accidentally. I completely believe that. And I think we can all clearly say that Kong is fortunate to have you. Your team is fortunate to have you. And I asked you to do some pre-work, and the pre-work was designed as an artifact, right? So often in my workshops, I ask people at the end to do a creative artifact to anchor them back to the work we did that day. So this will anchor you back to this conversation. And then also the idea of honoring yourself and your superpowers, your leadership qualities. So I asked you to sketch your workplace superpower. So do you have that sketch, and would you like to share it now?
Yes. I'm embarrassed to show you this one, but I can.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a work of art, if I'm being honest.
It truly is. We're now auctioning it. Anyone want to? Anyone watching?
$2.
And tell us a little bit about your sketch. What does it represent?
So it's just, well, one, rewiring the brain, right? You can always do that, and I think that folks don't use it as a tool as much, and I wish you can. There's a car going to back up, so it'll be a little loud. You can make new neuro pathways, right? It's like you can build a new muscle. It's the same thing, and I think for me, that is super important to recognize when we get older, because we think a lot less outside of the box, you know? So always you can rewire your brain, huge. And then just the connections, right? Like there's so many things that we think about. How I took March Madness, which is like a basketball tournament, and used it in some of my learning programs, or took car karaoke with James Gordon, I think it is.
Yeah, James Gordon. Yeah.
And take that for like pitch competitions, right? Like it's just like seeing things and trying to piece them into spaces that might not normally look like they fit, but Vaughn knows this, like Legos can be anything you want. So rewiring and just like connection. That's my person with the things all going crazy.
Oh, I love it. I love this conversation. Thank you so much for joining us today, Amy. Don't